Okay, just want to get you a video of your e-collar, how to turn everything on, what buttons are what, and all that good stuff. So, to turn your collar on, there's a red dot on your remote, and there's a red dot on your collar. If you touch them together, it'll flash green for on and red for off. And then to turn your remote on, there's a big L button on the back right here. I'm going to press and hold that for 3 seconds until my remote turns on. Same thing to turn it off. That big L button on the back, press and hold until it tells you that it's off. All right, and this L button also works as an on-off button for the light on your collar. So instead of holding it, I'm just going to tap it. And then my light is flashing. I tap it twice. My light is continuous. 3 times, it's off. And that's good function for nighttime walks or nighttime potty let outs, anything like that. All right, so screen on your remote. There's a 1D flashing at the top, stands for 1 dog unit. The number is the level of stimulation you're at, so we're currently sitting at 32. And then there's a little C next to the number. That stands for continuous. So that tells me that I can tap this button, this S button, and that just sends 1 burst of stimulation through these 2 points. Or I can hold my button down and it's continuously stimulating through the 2 contact points. And as you can see, both the remote and the collar will light up red whenever I'm pressing the button. So I'm still holding the button down, but those lights went out. That means it's no longer stimulating. The remote has timed out. So I have to let go of my button and repress. So that's kind of a good indicator of 1, if your collar's on and charged when you're using it, and 2, if let's say he's taking a long time to get back on place. Then you know once that light on your remote turns off that you need to let go of that button and repress it. So there is another function other than just this C, this continuous. This little button, M/C on the back, if I push it, there's an M that will show up. Whenever that M is there, that stands for momentary. So that means whether I tap or hold that button, this S button down, it just sends out 4 short bursts of stimulation through these 2 points. And as you can see, I'm holding the button down, but the lights on my collar and my remote just flashed. So it can be a good function, but these dogs weren't taught on this function, so I don't want the momentary there. I don't want that M. So if you ever see it there, just press this little button until it goes away. All right, and then obviously your black button, black S, will stimulate at the level on the screen. Your red S button is a boost of 5, so we're at 32. I'm gonna hit that red button, we go up to 37. I let go, goes back down to 32. So that's just something that if he needs a little extra just to get him paying attention, maybe he's sniffing something, so he's extra stimulated elsewhere, then I'm gonna give him that little boost. The dial at the top is how you change your levels. Level 0 all the way up to 100. And when you get up to 100, it just says hi. You are also able to lock in a level. And to do that, you're just going to press and hold the dial at the top. So I'm going to press and hold that. And now we're locked in at 32. So I can't go up and I can't go down. Now, I don't want you to lock in a level. Reason for this is sometimes your dog may need a level 5. Sometimes your dog may need a level 50, all within the same command. You never know. So if you're ever locked in, I want you to unlock it. And it's the same function. You just press and hold the dial to lock it in, press and hold the dial to unlock it. Now, there's a T button on this side. That is set to vibrate. So if I press it, it's going to vibrate the whole receiver. This tends to freak dogs out a little bit more, so I really don't use that. The only time I use the vibrate is for kennel. If I tell a dog kennel and they're not getting in, I'm going to hold down that T button until they get into the kennel. And that is pretty much it as far as the e-collar goes. Your port right here is where you plug it in to charge your remote. And your port right here will be for your e-collar. Now, I want you to make sure that these are always closed, because the more hair, water, and dust that gets into these, will take away from the life of the e-collar. So these are waterproof so long as these ports are closed.